Good morning. It is an early Monday morning. I have to go to the post office for my packages. I didn't sell very much this past weekend. This weekend that just passed. There's a few though. It's pretty good ones. And this one here, that's a $250 motor. The person is in Vancouver area and he asked me to use his UPS account. I've only used UPS once before. Mainly reason why I don't like to use it, I just find it much more expensive, and the closest UPS store is about a 40-minute drive from my house, so I have to actually drive 40 minutes into town to deliver this to the UPS, because they don't come out here to pick up stuff. It's rural, so I have to go drop that off, but he wants me to use his account. It's obviously some sort of business person. I really like that, because I find the business people, they're just so detailed and everything. They're just so easy to deal with. You know, they have high expectations, which I have no problem trying to fulfill, but they cross all their T's, they dot all their I's, they give you clear instructions on what to do. Boom, 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 get it done. It's done. They're happy. That sort of thing. Yeah, so I like that. Right now I got to empty out my truck. I have this big old air conditioner. It's really beat up and old, but it has a nice rad. The rad's still intact. It's starting to crumble a little bit, but I'll take that apart for the copper rad, and a little bit more copper and some wire, that sort of stuff. So that's good. Look at the old wiring on that, old cloth wire. And then these two furnaces, they're pretty much just scrap. They're pretty old and beat up too. Yeah, so I gotta take these out. I got a bunch of stuff to do today. I'll take you along, show you a little bit of stuff, but I have to pick up an oil-fired hot water tank that is in good working condition. So I'm kind of excited about that, because it has lots of nice parts off of it. The other thing I have to do is go to Canadian Tire. I purchased all these stovepipe pieces online, because my outdoor wood furnace needs a different setup. And then I have to, there's a bunch of stuff I gotta do. I keep forgetting. I'll show you what's happened to my wood furnace over here, guys. I've been cutting up a little bit of wood, you know, so getting some wood cut up for the winter. I had to take my wood furnace apart, because what's happening, so this thing has been blowing some smoke into the house, and I think I figured out why. It's this smokestack is just way too heavy. And what's happening, can you see? Yeah. I don't know if you can see it, but right there, that gap, and there's no gap there. See, so what's happening is the furnace is actually starting to tilt back like that, because the smokestack is so heavy. And I only used this insulated pipe. I only used this because I had it, you know. So I didn't want to have to buy some. I didn't want to have to go out and buy some pipe if I already have this. But it's just so heavy, and it's actually moved. The whole thing's starting to go like that, and as a result, I'll take this off for a second here. And what's happening, you see this gasket here, this firebox is actually starting to pull away from the front plate here, and this gasket is loose, so I'm pretty sure it's drawing smoke from the port here and maybe some other spots, you know, so it's pulling away from there, I think. So because, you know, when I first fired it up, there was no problems, and I thought, well, I should put some more stacks on, you know, to make it higher, to go above the roof line. And as I was doing that, I just started noticing more and more smoke coming in. So I think that's what's going on with that. So I ordered a whole bunch of about $200 in just single walled piping. It got the reducer, a T, and some pipe and a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm hoping that's going to solve that problem, because it is getting cold, folks. It is getting cold out here. The snow is just around the corner. It is not going to be a green Christmas, I can tell. It's going to be a cold one this year. That's my weatherman prediction there. Yeah, guys, gotta get going here. So post office, I gotta do a bunch of stuff, like I get gas and crap like that too. So this is where I get all my gas here at the Costco. Let's see here, it's 103.9 a liter. So you just gotta pick the line you want to go into here. That's a thirsty truck, my friends. 100, how many liters? 108 liters for $112. Boom. Well, could be worse. It has been worse. All right, I'm gonna go and return that for 10 bucks to Home Depot and the UPS store after that. So I didn't buy anything at Home Depot. I just returned the vents for 10 bucks. And I did look at some light bulbs that I want to buy for my lighting system that I have for taking pictures. My light bulbs right now are pretty old and they are starting to flicker quite a bit. I don't like it. So, but the light bulbs, yeah, I probably have to invest about 50 or 60 bucks in bulbs, you know, to bring it up to my standards. So I'm thinking about that. I'm going to shop around, see if I can find a deal somewhere. So I'm at the UPS store right now. I'm going to bring this in. He wants next day air mail service, so I think it's going to be expensive for him, but he needs his part right away. He's in Vancouver, so it's going straight across the whole country. It's all done, guys. I got the UPS package. It's pretty easy, and I just won't know the price though. They don't tell me how much it's going to cost the guy. But anyways, it's starting to rain again. Gosh, it just rains all the time. All right, Canadian Tire online purchase. This tee here was $25 at Canadian Tire versus the other places. I think they were charging closer to $40, so I bought this one here, and it has the end cap as well that I bought separate. So the end cap, and then a thing of cement, high heat cement, and then a damper. So I bought this stuff here, and the other stuff, is coming from a different store. So I did two different purchases. Last stop, oh man, I got a couple more stops. Post office, and then I got to pick up that hot water tank. And then last thing I'll do is a drop-off bin. Check to see if anything is there from the weekend. Just finished picking up the hot water tank, oil burner. It's not too bad. It's pretty old though. A lot of the parts are kind of worn out. Gave me a bunch of roofing tin as well. It's in not too bad shape. It's got some holes in it though, so it wouldn't be good. You would have to plug it up somehow. This is my drop-off bin right now. A whole bunch of these things here. God, what is this? Is that a computer? Or is that an all-in-one or just the screen? It looks like an all-in-one. It's been taken apart. Yeah, it's got a motherboard in there. It's heavy, so it's got some sort of power supply as well. There you go. I wonder where the power supply is. Maybe it doesn't have a power supply. Maybe it's external power supply, like an AC adapter. I got one. There's one there. Two more there. Two more. A whole bunch of stuff. Mostly just these computers things. I wonder what's under there. Looks like just maybe it's a heatsink with a CPU underneath it. Probably an integrated CPU, not the type you can take out. Oh, what is that? No, that's just a shredder. And a big giant TV. Joy. Well, that's it. I'm gonna leave that TV there for now because I don't want to have to rearrange the back of my truck. So I'm gonna head home. That'll be it for now. See if there's anything I can do at home and do it all again. We have been making progress here, guys. I haven't been showing it to you though, so I thought I'd do an update video. I've gotten a lot of framing done. Actually, my dad has helped me out quite a bit here, coming by on the weekends to do some framing. This has been a real treat to try and frame. It's a house that is from 1800s, So, you know, trying to get this thing framed so that everything is perfect has just been quite a challenge. What we ended up doing for these walls was we kind of assembled this on the ground, and we just made it as straight as possible, and then we just kind of I pivoted on that railing there once we made this 48-inch wall, and then we just lifted this whole thing up into the sky and then screwed it down. And with this side here, same thing there. We just threw up that side there, and goes all the way up into the ceiling there. Now the real treat is going to be drywalling this because of these cross members, and we did consult a carpenter architect guy to see if we could remove these or actually put them up higher, you know, going like that. And he said no, it's not a good idea to take them out. You just don't know what's going to happen, so we're just going to leave these trusses and try to work around it. You know, this 148-inch drywall piece is going to go to there, and the second one we're just going to have to try and cut it and then slide it up. Have to notch it 3 different places, and yeah, it's going to be a real challenge to try and do that. Hero, can you stop chewing all these pieces of foam everywhere? He just picks up all these pieces of foam and walks away with it and chews it. Eh? No. Oh, I'm sorry. You're a good boy. Okay. Anyways, like I was saying, a lot of wood. We've used up all the wood that I bought, 125 pieces, and it's coming along. It's coming along. I have to buy some more wood. I think about 80 more pieces, because I have to have we're going to be making the interior walls. You kind of see the outline that we made. So there's the wall there. This is going to be a door into the bathroom there. There's another wall there. Right here. And right here is a shower. And there's going to be another door right here to go into Parker's room. And right here is going to be another wall going like that. And then this will be Spencer's room there. And there's going to be another door right where Hero is. And then another wall right there. So we need lots of interior wood. What are you doing? Hey, you don't have to be right beside me all the time. You know, not too much to film. It's just kind of exciting. I like to show each stage, mostly just for my own, you know, just so we can look back, you know, and see what it was like building this sort of stuff. It's a good way to do it, making YouTube videos for it. So it's definitely a work in progress. I want to show you this little thing I'm working on tonight. It's nothing too exciting. It's a small sale, or it can be a small sale. Here's like a listing right here. This is actually a brand new one, and they're selling it for 70 US, 91 Canadian. But anyways, just want to show it to you because it's kind of neat. So this is something picked up from my heating and cooling company. They gave me lots of scrap. This was connected to a big boiler circulator motor. It was attached to a ball valve. It was actually on this thing right here. Oops. Shadow. Just attached to that boiler motor there. Anyways, it's kind of neat. I've been monkeying around with this thing all night, and I finally think I have it figured out, and I know what I was doing wrong. This little connector here, there's just 2 pins there. I have it hooked up to 24 volt. Anyways, there's 2 pins there. I was actually just putting them in the wrong slots. But luckily I've been banging around with this thing for a while. Luckily I didn't cause any damage except for a little bit of scrapes. I tried to turn this thing manually with my pliers, but luckily nothing too serious. So you just turn it on. And so what this does is it starts turning. And so you can open it. So this connects to a ball valve like that, and so this sits underneath here like something like that, and connects to a ball valve to let in water. or whatever else. And so it just keeps going like that, and it will eventually come all the way over here and stop. And it has a little spring here, so when you turn the power off, it just goes right back to 0. So it's just kind of a neat little control. I don't know, I like tinkering around with this sort of stuff, trying to make it work, see if it's working or not. And so this is, like I said, it's not a big sale, so $91. I'll probably sell it for half of that. You know, right around maybe 50, or yeah, $50, $45, something like that. Anyways, so that's still something. But at least I got it to work without breaking it or anything. I was just finishing editing a video tonight, and I thought I'd show you guys a couple more, one more clip. This is a couple things I sold today. First thing here, this is Monopoly board. It's pretty old. I believe it's 1936. So pretty old. It has some instructions down in there. Now it's copyrighted in 1936. I don't know if this is actually from that year, or if it's you know, maybe a little bit. It's probably not that old. Anyways, so it has pretty much everything with it. It has all the old cards, all the old property cards. They're worn. I've sorted them out. They're all there. Has all the money. It's a little bit worn, but it's all there as well. There's the community chest and chance cards, and there's no pictures on them, just words. But the main thing that people are really after are the tokens, and they're all wood. There's some of those, and there's the wooden houses and the wooden hotels. Now, the way that you can kind of date this stuff is before World War II. Yeah, don't quote me on any of this, but this is kind of what I know. Before World War II, you know, all the pieces were made from wood. Or it could have been that during the war, I think that was it. During the war, they turned to using wood because they couldn't afford the metal because of the war effort. Something to that extent. Anyways, there was some sort of history about why they turned to using wood tokens. So these are quite, those are the real things that people want when they're collecting for Monopoly collectors. It also has wood dice. Now there are two different sizes there. I don't know if they're original to the game or not. But anyways, people are really looking for that, and the wooden hotels and houses. And not so much the board from what I've been told. But the board is still pretty neat. Has a nice old picture there. And there's the board. It's pretty standard, hasn't changed much. So anyways, this is from my great uncle's farm when he passed away and we cleaned out his house. This is one of the things that I got from him. Sold it for $45, and I'm a little bit disappointed because it sold really fast. I mean, it sold within 24 hours of me posting it. It's going to Florida. They paid $38 for expedited shipping. That's the cheapest shipping that I have to go to the States. So what I should have done with this is ran it as an auction starting at $45, and then if it didn't sell, then go to fixed price. But I started out fixed price, and I need to remember to do an auction instead of just doing fixed price, just to test out the waters, because I did quite a bit of research, and there's quite a few of these up on eBay. So I thought, you know, I was pricing it out, look at all the sold listings, but it sold really fast. So I mean, someone knows something that I don't. One other quick thing that I just sold is this telephone cup, and that is just that's from a vintage phone, like a vintage rotary phone. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly when it was. See, there's the title: vintage rotary telephone handset receiver, black plastic screw. I think it's probably from an old Northern Electric or Western Electric. That is from I received that from the auction I went to, and I got a whole bunch of nice old phone stuff from. So that's just a small little sale, $15, expedited shipping to the US for $22, so a total $37 sale. And yeah, so that is that. So just wanted to show you a couple things that I sold. Thanks so much for watching the videos, guys, and please comment, like, and subscribe.